Hello everyone, this is Zookeeper here. I'm Ken Noble, and today I'm going to tell you a story of the Fogman and other stories to get smiley faces for the Lion King Special Edition Region 4. To get 9 smiley faces for telling stories and the song Winter Wonderland after Gordon takes a tumble. Let's get going. It was winter on the island of Sodor. The first fox had begun to roll in from the sea. Thomas, Annie and Clarabelle loved the quiet and misty valley, but Thomas must be careful of rocks, but sometimes roll along to the tracks. Cyril the Fogman has a very important job. He puts detonators on the tracks to warn the engines when there's fog ahead. Ooh, shiver Thomas as you run over the detonator. That made my axles tingle. Cyril's done his job, said his driver. We'd better slow down. There's fog ahead. Thank you, Cyril, said Thomas. That night at the sheds, the Fat Controller had something special to show the engines. It was very large and strange looking. What is it? Asked Percy. It's a new invention, a railway foghorn, said the Fat Controller. It warns you when there's fog ahead, like this. Bab bab! 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 That's loud, said Percy. Too loud, puffed James. Sounds like a tugboat to me, grumbled Gordon. Thomas looked worried. What will Cyril do now? He asked. You will be getting a much needed rest, said the Fat Controller. Besides, this new foghorn will be more reliable. Poor Cyril, whispered Thomas. He's been scrapped. The next day, Percy was cheerfully chumming through Misty Valley when suddenly, bab bab! Bab bab! Bab bab! Oh, bother! Exclaimed Percy. That foghorn is so loud it blows my dome! And it doesn't even make my axles tingle! Still, we better slow down, said his driver. There's fog ahead. The foghorn had been so loud that it made the hillside shake. They soon had Percy out of sight. When one rock fell, then another, and another. Before long, the track was blocked and the foghorn was crushed. And not far away, Thomas was heavily puffing right on time. See a thing, said Thomas. And then before he could even think of anything else, Bust my bothers! Exclaimed Thomas. What happened to the foghorn? I don't know, said his driver, but at least nobody's been hurt. Tell me nothing coming down the line, then he said his fireman. If there's no fog warning, said Thomas, it'll run into us. Lead it to me, called a voice from the fog. It's Cyril, said Thomas. I hope it's in time. Toby and his coach Henrietta were chumming along. Toby was looking forward to a while and then checking the next station when 5 dozen acres puffed Toby. There must be fog ahead, said his driver. We'd better slow down. And just around the next bend, with his axle still tingling, Toby was very glad they did. Otherwise, there would have crashed into Thomas's wreck. The tracks were cleared and Thomas is back on the rails. If it hadn't been for Cyril, said Thomas, too much having a works accident than me. Instead of replacing Cyril with the foghorn, said the Fat Controller, we'll replace the foghorn with Cyril. You are clearly more reliable. Thank you, sir, said Cyril. And thank you, said Toby. New inventions are all very well, but they don't make my axles tingle, said Percy. Moving on. Brendan Docks is one of the busiest dockyards on all the island of Sodor. It was ships and engines and cranes alike are busy day and night, every day of the year. But poor Cranky the crane never gets a nap. He never gets to sleep early, he works all the time. And there's only company of the girls that settle on his arm. So Cranky is always cranky. Ahoy there, Cranky! Cried Salty. Where you been? Snapped Cranky. A good day to you too, Captain. Bill and Ben arrived for work, full of mischief. Hurry up, barked Cranky. I haven't got all day. You're no fun, grumbled Bill. You want to be funny, you suck of here, snapped Cranky. So that's why I'm cranky, said Bill. You're lonely, said Ben. I'm not, Cranky cranked. So it's company, said Salty. Reminds me of a lonely old Grandpank's lighthouse keeper. Not another one of your stories, groaned Cranky. Oh, please, Salty they chimed. We haven't heard it. 'Twas in the middle of our wee naughty storm, Salty began, the likes of which you see once in a lifetime. This made Cranky very cranky. So cranky, and he swung his arm around. Oh, go away, Joe. Please. Now. And dropped the pipes onto the tracks instead of the trucks. Oops, said Cranky meekly. You blown me now, matey, said Salty. The engines were trapped. You're going to get into trouble, sang Bill and Ben. Oh, go away, please. The fat controller was in his office being measured for under waistcoats. When he heard the news, he left immediately for the docks. The fat controller knew the docks would cause confusion. You have made a terrible mess, Cranky, he said sternly. Oh, sorry, sir, Cranky whispered. You engines will have to stay here tonight until Harvey clears up this mess in the morning. Cranky's heart sank, but Salty uttered those fateful words. That reminds me of a story. It was a bitter cold winter. The brave little ship was stuck until the ice melted the next spring. He barely made it round the Cape. After 100 scary days of seeing out a scratch, he sailed at the port and crashed his bow, not 15 feet from my buffers. Luckily, no one was hurt. Sank my ears, wailed Cranky. Salty spent all night telling tales of powerful storms, daring rescues, and brave little ships. And when the sun rose, he was still talking and talking and talking. I can't take any more, groaned Cranky. Beep, beep, Harvey the crane engine arrived. The fire controllers did not clear away this mess, he puffed proudly. Cranky was so pleased the engine would be going soon, he forgot to be cranky. I'll never be able to any, he promised, as long as I don't listen to any more Salty stories. And after Harvey and the workmen had cleared the wreckage, Cranky worked hard all day. He carefully loaded the trucks, helped speed the engines on their way, and he said, please and thank you. This is new, puffed Thomas, but he had spoken too soon. Cranky couldn't help himself. Hiya! It was nice while it lasted, said Percy. And all the engines laughed. But Cranky was still cranky. All the engines on the island of Sodor love their work, but sometimes there is too much work. That's when the Fat Controller brings new engines to the island. Salty the Dockyard Diesel is one of these engines. He loves to tell tales at the sea. Whee-hee! As the old ringer finally caught the tide. It's good to be useful. Salty is excited about coming to the island of Sodor. Islands are surrounded by the sea. Salty loves the sea. So Salty arrives at his new job.
You shouldn't be in here. Go in your own room.
Go away.
No, you go in your own room.
Please go away.
Ahoy,
matey! Shopping pride of the seven seas.
Yeah.
I'm a new diesel and I'm here to give you some help.
Touch anything in here.
Bill and Ben didn't think they needed any help, especially from a diesel. Welcome to Centre Island Quarry, Mavis said proudly. Salty looked all around. Everywhere he looked, he saw nothing but rocks. Our quarry, he cried. There must be so much stake. Oh, I'm a dockyard diesel. You're a quarry diesel now, said Mavis. and she explained that he had to complete an important job for the Fat Controller. Salty was sad and he went by the sea, where he knew what he meant to be a really useful engine, and he set to work afterwards. Ah, well, he said, at least there'll be trucks. You better mind him, Maida said. They could be a bother. You won't last 5 minutes, said Bill. Well, those trucks will driven up soon enough, said Ben. But so Bill and Ben surprised. The truck seemed to give Salty no trouble at all, he yawns. Yo ho ho, and a bucket of prawns, such a large spins, sang Salty. I'm the Captain Yards! Sang the trucks. Thanks to Salty, the Fat Controller's important job was almost done. Bill and Ben were surprised and a little jealous. Here comes Mr. Show-Off, growled Ben. You have to admit he's got a knack with those trucks, said Maida. Driver says you'll pull the bumps off his many stories, puffed Bill. But Salty didn't say a word. He didn't come near the shed. Do 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 do. Mavis was worried. She rolled alongside and asked him what he was doing on his own. Oh, I thought I might catch a bit of sea breeze. You really do miss the sea, don't you? Asked Mavis. I, said Salty. I do. But Salty knew the quarry work was important. The next day he tried to show Bill and Ben his secret with the trucks. Oh, I like working to a musical rhythm, he said. And so do the trucks. Why don't we give it a try, me hearties? Here we go, here we go, here we go. No, we don't, no, we don't, no, we don't. But try as they might, Bill and Ben could not move the trucks the way Salty could. Later that day, the Fat Controller came to the quarry. He was surprised to see the job had been completed. Well done, said the Fat Controller. It was Salty, said Maida. We couldn't have done it without him. Then I've got a bigger job for you, Salty. All right, sir. What kind of a quarry is it? Quarry? Said the Fat Controller. I'm sending you to Brendan Docks. The docks, Salty exclaimed. The docks are hard by the sea. Oh, thank you, he said. This reminds me of a time in Benny. And Salty was telling stories again. Salty loves Brendan Docks. It gets more work done than any free engines and feels really useful. And only the trucks know his secrets. Oh, tell Brendan the Captain yawns. Beep, beep. The engines on the Fat Controller's railway love Brendan Docks. There's always lots of work to keep them busy, and he enjoyed seeing new arrivals onto the island of Sodor. An exciting new arrival was an engine Cranky the crane was unloading. It was heavy. This makes my chain ache, groaned Cranky. This is Harvey, the crane engine, the Fat Controller said. The other engines thought Harvey looked strange. Harvey was happy to be on the ground. He didn't like dangling from Cranky's arm at all. These gentlemen of the railway board, the Fat Controller said. Tomorrow, Harvey will get the demonstration. If it goes well, he will join the railway. What's a demonstration? Demonstration, said Thomas, is when you show off what you can do. Like when Thomas and I have a race, said Bertie. Boom, boom! That evening, Thomas had just returned from a hard day's work. He saw Harvey parked in the sheds. Harvey could hear the other engines talking about him. This made him sad. Harvey's different, said Henry. He doesn't even look like an engine, said Edward. Surely the Fat Controller won't let him pull coaches, sniffed Gordon. He's just Cranky on wheels, said James. He's not taking my mail, said Percy. Thomas felt sorry for Harvey. Don't worry, sometimes it takes time to make new friends, he said. But Harvey wasn't so sure. He wanted to stay when no one wanted him. Next morning, the Fat Controller sent the engines off to a useful day's work. Maybe my coming here is such a good idea, sir, Harvey just said. Nonsense, said the Fat Controller. But the engines don't like me. I'm so different. Different is what makes you special. And that made Harvey feel better. Out on the branch line, Percy was having trouble with trucks. Faster we go, put them along, turning them slow! Help! Cried Percy. His driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. He went off the rails and bulged his bridge. Luckily, no one was hurt. Bertie arrived and was pleased Percy was all right, but he was also very cross. "You blocked the road!" Bertie snapped. He was worried he wouldn't get the gentleman of the railway board to the demonstration on time. When the Fat Controller heard the news, he went straight to Harvey. "I need you to rescue one of my engines." "I'll do my best, sir," Harvey said bravely, and he set off immediately. Harvey soon arrived and went to work. In no time, Percy was back on the tracks. The gentlemen of the railway board were very impressed. That was the best demonstration of all. The gentlemen of the railway board had decided you shall join the railway. "Oh, thank you, sir," said Harvey proudly. That night, Harvey heard the engines talking again. This time it was different. "Well done, Harvey," said Gordon. "Very useful," said James. "You can take my mail," said Percy. "You see," said Thomas, "different can be good." All the engines agreed. "Welcome to the Sodor Railway," they called. Harvey smiled happily. Right, to be continued the story. Before a bad day for Harold the helicopter. Have drink first. Let's hear Castle Home video. Here we go. Right, let's go on with it. Harold the helicopter loved flying. Up in the bright blue sky, over the island of Sodor, he looks out for anyone in distress. Sometimes he delivers the mail. This made Percy very cross. "The mail run is done! Is there any more I can deliver for you in the ship? That's what friends are for." "Delivering the mail is an engine's job," said Percy grumpily. Percy was his favourite job, but carrying the mail is his favourite. It makes them feel very useful. Percy was happy to be on the countryside. The coastal routes that ran through the villages. Must be on time, he puffed. But up ahead there was trouble with the signal box. It was broken. The signal engineers didn't know how long it would take to fix. Percy stopped. It's not safe for engines to run without signals. But Percy was worried. "I'm going to be late," he cried, "and it's not even my fault." The Fat Controller was enjoying his tea and ice bun when the telephone rang. And he heard the news. "Percy is stuck at a broken signal, and Harold must take the mail." Meanwhile, Percy was waiting to mend the signal, and last time it held up, the mail was given to Harold. "It might be thought I could really use the he sighed. "Well, the mail must arrive on time," said his driver. Just then, they heard a familiar sound coming from above. "Hello," said Harold. "A fucking child says you need my help. That's what friends are for." "Oh, no," cried Percy. But the fat controller was made up his mind. There was nothing Percy could do. Percy's driver would take the mail bags into Harold's cargo net. "Maybe we should take the mail bags a few at a time," said his pilot. "They're very heavy." "I had to make too many tricks. Then I'd be as slow as Percy." And so they loaded all the mail into Harold's net at once. The engineer continued to work on the signal. Just as they finished loading, a signal engineer cried out. "It's fixed!" he said. "Why, Harold!" shouted Percy. "Hurry again!" But it was too late. Harold had already taken off. Percy watched the mail disappear. He was upset. Then they all heard a strange sound. "Watch out for those trees, Harold!" cried his pilot. "Mind that it's too heavy," wailed Harold. "Harold is in trouble," Percy cried. "We must try to help him." Percy. "Just get someone to pull me out of this haystack!" Pfft, sputtered Harold. And Percy did, as fast as he could. The next day, Harold's engine was fixed and he was flying again. Percy was very pleased to see him. "Fancy taking a mile, Harold," Percy teased. "I'll stand by with the rescue team." All the engines tooted, and Harold hovered so low that only Percy could hear. "Pardon. Thanks for getting help to pull me out of this haystack, dear chap," he said. "That's all right," said Percy. "That's what friends are for." Leaving on again. Thomas the Tank Engine enjoys taking specials. Today, he was bringing a special load to Brendan Docks. His load was just to go onto a cargo ship. The ship is scheduled to land at sundown. Thomas had to get to the docks before then, but the load was very heavy. So Thomas pulled as hard as he could. He pulled so hard, he broke his coupling rods. He wasn't going anywhere. "Oh dear," Thomas said, "I'll be late." His driver saw the old ship winning off the track. "There's a telephone in there. I could call for help," he said. "Sorry," said Thomas. "Be careful, it looks a bit spooky." Then a voice boomed from inside the shed. "Do you mind? I'm trying to sleep." Thomas hoped it wasn't a ghost. Then his driver appeared. "Is it a ghost?" asked Thomas nervously. "It's a surprise," said his driver. Then a fireman took some of Thomas's coal and headed off to the shed. "She could get us to the visitor's yard," said his driver. "And if they're boiler holes," added the fireman anxiously. "What kind of surprise is that?" asked Thomas. "Thomas, meet Elizabeth," said his driver. At last the doors opened and out shoved the dirty, grimy steam lorry. "So you're the little puffer that's broken down," she sniffed. Thomas was cross. "And you're just an old Central lorry," he retorted. "That will be vintage Central lorry," snapped Elizabeth. "And I haven't much time to get your coupling rods." The driver was concerned. Elizabeth was making awful grinding sounds. She's not built for hills, he said anxiously. You're losing steam, he called. Just catching my breath, Elizabeth chuffed. And finally she made it. When Elizabeth returned to Thomas's coupling rods, she was pleased with herself. And next time, don't be so careless, she scolded. Thomas thought Elizabeth was the rudest lorry he had ever met. But he was very happy to get his new coupling rods. Thomas arrived at the docks just in time. What took you so long? Said the fat controller. Thomas told us about his broken coupling rods, and he didn't want to tell who Elizabeth had been when she rolled up. Oh, it's you? Said Elizabeth, looking down to the fat controller. Have you learned to drive properly yet? She's for it now, said Thomas to his driver. Oh, Elizabeth, the fat controller said. My first lorry. I thought you had been lost, but they were all good friends. It was too much for Thomas. Then Elizabeth told the fat controller to stay in the shed for years. The fat controller was very pleased Elizabeth had found. He asked Joe Cole to restore it, her beautiful Judy. And soon Elizabeth was dark rich colour and gleaming coachworks. You're the grandest lorry in the whole railroad, the fat controller added. I know, Elizabeth even more proudly, and Thomas had to agree. She did look grand. Yeah. Donald and Douglas are Scottish twin engines. They're practical, peppery and proud. They nearly always work together. One day, Donald and Douglas were chuffing through the countryside, hauling a heavy load. Down the line, Trevor, the traction engine, had been struggling with a big cartload of hay. Crossing the tracks, the cart's wheels had broken off. Then Trevor heard a whistle. Oh no, Trevor cried. Donald could see the cart. Stop, he cried. Donald tried to apply the brakes, but it was too late. Luckily, no one was hurt. Stop being pushy, Donald snapped. Don't call me pushy, Douglas snapped back. You should have pushed me in the car, puffed Donald. You pulled me mean, argued Douglas. Did he? Did not! Did too! Before long, the track was cleared and Donald and Douglas were on their way. But the twins were so cross, they refused to speak to each other for the rest of the day. The next day, the fat controller needed an engine to help Duck at the smelter's yards. May I go, sir? Said Donald eagerly. I only need one engine, said the fat controller. Not true. I only one engine, sir, said Donald, and I would like to work with Duck. The fat controller was surprised, but agreed. Thomas was worried. Won't she miss one of yours? I know I miss Annie and Clarabelle. I will borrow my own, said Douglas. I have work to do, puffed Donald. At first, Donald enjoyed working with Duck. Then, things started to go wrong. Did you send those trucks on the other line? Donald asked. You said you wasn't on the other line, Duck replied. No, the other line! The other line! Donald was cross. Douglas wasn't alone one of men. He huffed. Douglas was working on his own. He shoved cheerfully through the beautiful countryside. But Douglas had no one to share it with. Although he tried not to, he was beginning to miss his twin. That night, Douglas's driver took him to visit Donald. I was just passing, said Douglas. I didn't come to see you, sorry, Donald sniffed. This made Douglas very cross. I'm nothing to be sorry for, he said, and steamed away in a huff. The next day, Donald was in a bad mood. Doug could see he was getting too close to the buzzers. Let out! He shouted, but it was too late. Donald's driver was very cross. This wasn't happening, you were working with Douglas, he said. Donald knew he was right, and Doug knew he couldn't pull Donald back onto the rails. So he went for help. Douglas was sadly finishing his work as Doug steamed into the depot. Donald's in trouble, said Doug. Donald in trouble, Douglas cried. I'm on my way, and he steamed up as fast as he could. Douglas struggled and struggled. He finally pulled his twin gently back onto the tracks. He was relieved Donald wasn't hurt. Thank you, Donald said. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, said Douglas. I'm sorry, insisted Donald. You don't have to have a row, but I was sorry, chuckled Doug. Just we're glad you're back together. And they were. The Fat Controller's engines are proud of how useful they are. It makes them feel important, but none of them feels more important than Gordon. Watch out, Gordon wished. You'll get my paint all sooty. Hauling trucks is a silly yard, teased Salty, but anyway, you know. Of course, not have Gordon importantly. Express engines don't pull trucks. It wouldn't be dignified. Dingy-fried, puzzled Percy. What's that? Dignified, Gordon corrected. It means that someone's too big for his buffish, teased Salty. Pah, said Gordon, and he puffed away. That evening, fog covered the island of Sodor. Everything slowed down, and soon the docks had packed with waiting trucks. This mix-up caused confusion and delay. The Fat Controller was in a great hurry, but he came to the sheds in a great deal. He was in a great hurry. Henry, Thomas and Percy, you must go to the docks immediately, said the Fat Controller. Yes, sir, they answered. Later, the Fat Controller had turned into a big blue engine. You too, Gordon, said the Fat Controller. I need a big engine to take the trucks while they won't be in the way. Trucks, puffed Gordon. He could not believe what he had heard. Gordon wasn't happy to be put in trucks. He waited impatiently around them and shoved him into place. Hurry up, chuckled Gordon crossly. What a rush, Gordon, asked Thomas. And if I must pull trucks, and I'll show Salty how an express engine pulls trucks, said Gordon huffily. Careful, Captain, Salty tooted. You don't want to get too big for your buffers. But Gordon ignored Salty. The next morning, Gordon raced along with his heavy load. Now this is how you pull trucks, he puffed. But the signalman had accidentally let the point switch to the branch line. Gordon rattled through the junction. That's strange, he exclaimed. I'm on the branch line. Oh no, the signalman cried. Express trains aren't supposed to go that way. But it was too late. Gordon had already raced into the distance. The old branch line was weak and rusty. There were signs warning all the trains to go slow, but Gordon ignored the signs. Our express trains won't go slow, he said, and he went even faster. The branch line couldn't take his weight and the rails buckled. Oh, help, Gordon cried as he slid off the tracks and into a field. No one was hurt, but poor Gordon felt very undignified. What will the Fat Controller say? He groaned. He found out soon enough. Well, Gordon, the Fat Controller said, you wanted to show Susie a thing or two, and you certainly done that. She shouted how silly it is to ignore go slow signs. Sorry, sir, puffed Gordon, and he let out a sad wheeze of steam. Gordon was soon repaired and back at the docks ready for work, but he was very unhappy with himself. Everyone makes mistakes, said Thomas, even you. Salty, sorry you T-shoot, puffed James. And I'm sorry I was too big for my buffers, chuffed Gordon. And all the engines gave a jolly toot, even Gordon. Peep, to be continued for the song. Before Winter Wonderland, I need to have a drink first again.
Alright.
Oh, please go away.
I will go away if you're okay.
Yeah.
You're okay?
I'm trying to... Right, time for a song. Oh, going on fast. Sorry about that. Here we go. This This is the story of Thomas and his winter wonderland. Here we go. Here's the winter wonderland. Seasons sail all around. Bells are ringing, ding ding dong. Sleigh bells jingle. Come for the holiday we go. Rush into our winter wonderland. Here's the winter wonderland. Little engine working hard. Pardon. It's no power being choo. Rather than a silly snow. They told me at this time today. Rush into our winter wonderland. It's Thomas's winter wonderland. Climb aboard and join us if you can. See 99 engines rushing to and fro. Festive decorations, people rushing home. Branch line engines travel through the snow. Bite-sized kids, you winter hits. Happy holidays! Look, everybody! There's Thomas! And Percy! And James and Gordon and Henry! And look! Edwin and Toby too! Come for the holiday we go, rush into our winter wonderland. It's Thomas's winter wonderland. Climb aboard and join us if you can. See Terence tractor clear away the snow. Percy Bus is wonderful. Just look at him go. Season's greetings, happy holidays. Close your eyes, trim your dreams, see how the magic shines. Here's the winter wonderland. See the starlight all around. Bells are ringing, ding ding dong. Children singing. Come for the holiday we go, rush into our winter wonderland. Our winter wonderland. Our winter wonderland. Ding dong, 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 ding 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 dong, dong, ding ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. I think that's it. Right, that's it. Thank you for telling the story of the Fogman and other stories. I'll let you know to watch on video. I'll see you later. Bye.